Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. The whole of science is nothing more than a refinement of everyday thinking. Before God we are all equally wise, and equally foolish. Science without religion is lame, religion without science is blind. We cannot despair of humanity, since we ourselves are human beings. The only real valuable thing is intuition. The distinction between the past, present and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. It is strange to be known so universally and yet to be so lonely. That deep emotional conviction of the presence of a superior reasoning power, which is revealed in the incomprehensible universe, forms my idea of God. True religion is real living, living with all one's soul, with all one's goodness and righteousness. The high destiny of the individual is to serve rather than to rule. Anger dwells only in the bosom of fools. Information is not knowledge. The man of science is a poor philosopher. He who joyfully marches to music in rank and file has already earned my contempt. He has been given a large brain by mistake, since for him the spinal cord would suffice. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. Heroism on command, senseless violence, and all the loathsome nonsense that goes by the name of patriotism, how passionately I hate them. It is my conviction that killing under the cloak of war is nothing but an act of murder. You cannot simultaneously prevent and prepare for war. Most people say that it is the intellect which makes a great scientist. They are wrong, it is character. You can never solve a problem on the level on which it was created. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. In matters of truth and justice, there is no difference between large and small problems, for issues concerning the treatment of people are all the same. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. Whoever undertakes to set himself up as a judge of truth and knowledge is shipwrecked by the laughter of the gods. Only one who devotes himself to a cause with his whole strength and soul can be a true master. For this reason mastery demands all of a person. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. Without deep reflection one knows from daily life that one exists for other people. I want to go when I want. It is tasteless to prolong life artificially. I have done my share, it is time to go. I will do it elegantly. It is a miracle that curiosity survives formal education. Never do anything against conscience even if the state demands it. Anyone who doesn't take truth seriously in small matters cannot be trusted in large ones either. The fear of death is the most unjustified of all fears, for there's no risk of accident for someone who's dead. Memory is deceptive because it is colored by today's events. Few people are capable of expressing with equanimity opinions which differ from the prejudices of their social environment. Most people are even incapable of forming such opinions. The devil has put a penalty on all things we enjoy in life. Either we suffer in health or we suffer in soul or we get fat. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best both for the body and the mind. My religion consists of a humble admiration of the illimitable superior spirit who reveals himself in the slight details we are able to perceive with our frail and feeble mind. Confusion of goals and perfection of means seems, in my opinion, to characterize our age. Force always attracts men of low morality. I do not believe in immortality of the individual, and I consider ethics to be an exclusively human concern with no superhuman authority behind it. Reading, after a certain age, diverts the mind too much from its creative pursuits. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. It is only to the individual that a soul is given. The environment is everything that isn't me. We still do not know 1,000% of what nature has revealed to us. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. Do not worry about your difficulties in mathematics. I can assure you mine are still greater. Imagination is more important than knowledge. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle, requires creative imagination and marks real advance in science. An empty stomach is not a good political advisor. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. Joy in looking and comprehending is nature's most beautiful gift. Politics is for the present, but an equation is for eternity. Put your hand on a hot stove for a minute and it seems like an hour. Sit with a pretty girl for an hour, and it seems like a minute. I am not only a pacifist but a militant pacifist. I am willing to fight for peace. Nothing will end war unless the people themselves refuse to go to war. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is comprehensible. All religions, arts, and sciences are branches of the same tree. Science is a wonderful thing if one does not have to earn one's living at it.